Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Araburu, episode 5, right? We just watched Fire Force 4, but that one got delayed. Yeah, episode 5. Araburu, episode 5. Lots of things going on. I just went through the previous episode to just take stock of some of the things that are going on. So the biggest and most recent thing is Izumi and Sugawara going off on the train together and Kazusa freaking the fuck out about that. Hopefully we figure that out and it's just a misunderstanding and it's just like we don't go into misunderstanding bullcrap for too long. Hopefully. But we'll see. I don't think that there's anything there. If there is something there, then I don't really want a love triangle. I don't, and I don't think that Sugawara would like do that to Kazusa, but hell, who knows? Okay. Um and then bunch of other things in the episode. So on the Sonozaki side of things, holy crap, what a freaking moment. We first had the like gal girl trying to be friendly with her, and then some stuff in class and some other stuff. Eventually she and Amagi ended up like near the roof, and she ordered him to write her a 50-page report about why he likes her. And so he did, and it was, well, super fucking cute, literally. Um and kind of gorgeous, and I loved it. And yeah, I hope more happens. I'm sure that it will. Um, we had some interesting conversations between Sugawara and Sudo-san, and then Sudo-san and Kazusa, which I don't know. And in between, she met some guy. His name starts with an S, but I don't remember his name. Some guy who's like knew her when they were children and has had a crush on her for a long time. Who seems pretty chill and stuff. I get the impression that there's a distinct possibility that Sudo-san might be gay and not know it, and that might be the way that her storyline goes. Don't ask me why I get that impression exactly. It's just like a vibe that I get. Yeah. So that was interesting. While Sugawara is walking around, she sees like a video that's like an interview or something with a guy named Hisashi Saegusa, and that seems to have an impact on her. Gonna keep an eye out for him appearing anywhere. Some people in the comments presented some possibilities. I think somebody mentioned that maybe he works or worked in some way with whatever theater troupe or dramatic thing that she used to do when she was younger. I don't know. And then finally, there's Hongo-san, who gets a thrill after hopping on her teacher's lap and sort of harnesses that, uses it for her writing, and then goes back for round 2. Interesting. Lots of threads happening all at the same time. The show continues to be very like wholesome and legit and straightforward and like real. I continue loving it, so let's watch more. I have episode 5 up and ready to go at 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this reaction video. You can find the picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the description. Time-based version up on YouTube. Discussion at the end. BB timer at the beginning. BB timer goes here. Ah, straight into the OP. Interesting. Oh, that's different. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This conversation's going too well. I have a problem with that. There he is. Later. Oh, nope. You're coming with me. All right. We're going to stalk this guy. Okay. We're not going to stalk this guy. We're going to confront this guy. Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're just worried. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. She would. Hmm. I feel like we're going to break down that wall a little bit in this episode. Well, yeah. Right. Right. What kind of proposal? Okay, okay, okay. That sounds pedophilic. Like, that's weird. Okay. He did say something about, like, the performances of children always touch me and stuff. Is he an abuser? Favoritism. Um, um, dude, dude, dude. Yeah, he was just rubbing a little girl's feet on his face. Yep. That doesn't sound like a good thing to be. Sounds like you were being groomed. Of course she was. And then he wasn't interested. Like she was holding Izumi's arm. Oh. Warped view of sexuality entirely. And so she feels abandoned by. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. Really creepy. Mm. 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 Now it all falls together. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh? He didn't realize. Yeah. Yeah, the whole problem is that you're just a dingus. Nah. Wait, let's back up. You told me to. Oh. Oh. We gonna follow pseudo? Message from guy? Yep. Hmm. It's a pretty scary thought, Kazusa. Wee wee. Little breather. Hey. Hmm. Yeah, and yet he's going on and on about it. A little bit self-righteous. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty thin. Ooh, not gonna. Okay. Oh God. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. The sound effect. Got a ball. Hi. I was trying to avoid you. Hmm. All right, that's pretty weird. She knows. Mm-hmm. Oof. Brought her up without asking. So she's on your mind, huh? All right, dude. Don't put your foot in your mouth. Hey, be a cat for me again? What? Soft spotted? Oh, father? Has he misinterpreted in some way? But I don't know what the right interpretation is. Hongo? I I am waiting intensely. Oh, is she about to she's about to Nope. Close though. Not at all. It's not about whether it turns him on. It's about whether it pushes her. Of course. Nope. Just get it out of the way. Come on. She's got to figure it out. Wow, new Sonosaki haircut. Hmm. What's she hiding behind her back? The report. Sucked! F. Of course he did. And real close. A rain of cute. Whoa, wait, that's the... Holy shit, that was fast. Sounds like the editor guy. Maidens in the Woods. Okay, and then I believe it's just the credits roll. So skipping to the end. And that's all it is. Maidens in the Woods on a field trip. Interesting. Okay. Oh man, another cool episode. So unfortunately we haven't like completely resolved the thing with Sugawara and Izumi and Kazusa, but that's okay because we seem to be heading in the right direction for it, at least. Still a bit of a thing though. Okay. Okay, we got threads and threads. So Sonozaki thread I think is the simplest. Super cute. Really great emotional payoff moment. Literally shed a tear. That was really good. Nice. That covers that one, I think. Hongo. So I think also a relatively simple one, all things considered. We got the scene of them hiding the car, the scene of them discussing it online, and the scene where she almost but doesn't flash her panties at him. So he's trying to protect himself legally, which makes sense. He's an adult and she's a high schooler. I mean, to go along with this at all is kind of iffy, but all right, fine. So indirect stuff, experimentation stuff, pretty weird choices, but okay, all right. And I get the feeling that, one, he's not as disinterested as he says he is, and two, it's less about his interest than it is about hers. That like the panty flashing thing, we see him very clearly like engaged out the window, wondering whether she will do it. But I get the feeling that the reason he would have requested that or brought that up as an example is because it's something that pushes her out of her comfort zone without necessarily endangering him, which makes sense. It's still a little fucky, like, this is a high school student and a teacher. It's a little weird, but I'll overlook it because it makes sense because we're seeing it from Hongo-san's perspective. I don't think that this is a situation where I need to like look at Sensei here and be like, you're a bastard. We've already got one of those, and that is Hisashi Saegusa, who has a really interesting form of pedophilia. A really, really unique and interesting one. Actually, I don't actually know that it's that unique. I haven't exactly met and interacted with many pedophiles or talked to them about their preferences, and by many I mean any, ever. So I don't know. I don't know how realistic this is, but it is interesting. That's for sure. So the way that I understand it is that he's like a self preventative pedophile because his attraction to children comes from their innocence and purity, and to lay a finger on them would be to remove that and make them unattractive to him. So he can't ever act on his desires because then the desire would go away, which is interesting. It doesn't make it any easier to stomach, but at least it makes it clear that he's not an active pedophile who's like raping children in his group. It's still creepy. It's still really creepy, and the whole like rubbing an 11-year-old's foot on your face, like, no, don't do that. You fucking weirdo. Don't do that. Okay. So that's explained, kind of. I mean, I guess I was half right that he's from the troop that she used to go to and is sexually interested in little girls. Let's get another. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. That's that good. Oh geez. Oh yeah. And then this line, I want you so very badly. Oh, thank God, to stand upon my stage. Oh, whoo, he scared me there. Yeah, and then it's very clear, like, Kazusa, I'm sorry, not Kazusa, Izumi serves as, like, our touchstone or our emotional anchor for this sequence, because Sugawara is explaining it in an extremely like deadpan, like distanced way, as though she's entirely over it. And so our emotional anchor is him listening to this, and he's continuously disgusted by it, which is reassuring to us as the audience to be like, okay, we're not supposed to be forgiving this guy, or like being like, oh, I guess it's okay as long as he's not actually screwing the little children, still working with them. All right. Great. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. So we got a little change up to the portion, the spoken word portion of the OP. Pretty cool. Just different questions. Instead of like, I feel like the first set of questions were all extremely vague. Like, what is it? Why are people talking about it? Is it interesting? And then now we're talking more specifically about it. Is it, why do boys make this happen to me? Is it some weird instinctual thing? And then this weird thing. Boys are kind of like aliens. Hey, boys feel the same way about girls. Y'all weird. You know why? Because people are fucking weird. All of them. They're weird. All right. So, yeah. Train thing. We get this moment where they're sort of connecting over finding trains interesting, and he's going off about it. And then we see Saegusa, and that serves as a nice interruption. The way that she grabs his arm is similar to the way that she grabs his arm later. Well, later in the flashback. Okay. We get this conversation about Sugawara being super pretty and how Kazusa feels that if Izumi were interested in her, there would be no competition. And as sad and kind of heartbreaking as that is, it's kind of not necessarily wrong. Like, love doesn't always go in your favor, and unrequited feelings can happen. And somebody that you like might fall for somebody else, and there might not be anything you can do about that. In the same way as the fact that they fell for someone else doesn't make you like them any less. The fact that you like them doesn't make them like the other person any less. So it's just a rough situation. And then there's the fact that rings home with us as the audience, which is that Sugawara is pretty awesome. And so we're like, yeah, you have a stiff competition there. That'd be tough. Kazusa, ephemeral, mysterious. And then into Hongo sensei or senpai, and bam, she goes by. I love the way that the scenes, like often the dialogue indicates the transition to the next step or the next sequence. It's cool and clever. So this whole thing, right, engaging with it. She's under pressure, yes. Okay. Thing about the thing, and yep, he's a pedophile, and yep. And she just sort of, yep, he was definitely a pedophile. It wasn't wrong at all. He never laid a finger on me. And then she forces him to. I can only love your girlish nature. So once you become womanly, the world will love you. And that's almost a warning. But I love you now. Really creepy. That is the happy ending to our story. Right. And then the magical thing about this whole story is that it ties into the conflict between Kazusa and Izumi over what he said. That I don't want to do it with you, not even a little bit. Because that's the equivalent of what Saegusa was saying to her. That once you grow up, I will have no interest in you whatsoever. As a blanket statement. You will be nothing to me. It's a smack in the face. That's terrible. So he finally realizes, I get it. And then she lets slip that Kazusa has a crush on him. We get some gorgeous... yeah. And it's hilarious. All right, so, yeah, they're talking, and then she goes out on a dato. And it doesn't go well. Right, you want to take a breather, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so he's, like, making her way to the table, and then there's the thing with the paying for the check, but but we'll split it unevenly, and really I'm not actually doing that much to save you money, but I'm gonna brag about how much I'm helping and how chivalrous I'm being the whole time. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Split the check. Shut up. Go watch a movie. And if you're gonna do this, then at least like just take the receipt and be like, "Yep, I'm paying for this." But then don't fucking pat yourself on the back about it afterward anyway. Just don't. Why? Why would you do that? Like, either split the check like normal human beings, or if you feel the need to pay for it yourself, do it and then don't make a fuss about it. Because you're the one insisting on doing it. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Yeah, and so she's just thinking about that, and then she muses out loud, "Is that what men are all about?" No, nothing. Just... Whoa, what about your dad, though? I don't have a dad. Oh! Okay. So, then, with the text later, it seems like he's interpreted that in a weird way. I'm not sure how. He says that he's got friends who are in the same situation. Like, to my mind, there are two major possibilities, right? One possibility is he thinks that her parents are gay, women, and adopted, or one of them had a child and the other one didn't, whatever. Or thinks her father died young, or I mean, third possibility is that he left, right? But those two are essentially identical. They function the same way. But we don't know which one is true, and we don't know which one he thinks is true. So I don't know. Oh yeah, this moment. The sound effect. I believe there's a squelchy sound. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awful. Yeah. And now he's way off. So she puts milk in Calpis water, which is really strange. It's not even milk, it's like super sweet coffee creamer. Yeah. Really weird. Okay. So yeah, then she's catching on to this idea that he thinks that she's weirder than she is pretty, and she thinks he's pretty weird, but then she's like, wait a second, they think the same thing about each other. Something's going on here. Oh no! And so we're still in potential love triangle verse. And then for whatever reason, we have this like really kind of obnoxious couple over here with like the kitty talk and stuff, and then the kitty talk. Be a cat for me again. And then when we cut back, she's got like a cat face. This is a cute little thing. Okay, thanks for opening up about that soft spot of yours. Do you trust me a little more now? Haha, JK? Ugh. This guy is really like not growing on me. What are you talking about? Oh, like how you don't have a dad? And then that's sweat drops emoji or splooge emoji. What the fuck, dude? That's not cry. No. Sorry, I didn't want to write it out like that. Didn't want to remind you of the possibility that your dad's dead. But don't worry, I've got friends in the same situation, so I don't think any different of you for it. What situation does he think she's in? I really don't know what he's implying here. That's why I was glad you told me about it. Is Sugimoto-kun... Wait. Gross. So whatever she thinks Sugimoto thinks, she finds gross. Which I think is that he thinks that her parents are gay, but really her dad either left or is dead. And I think that plays into the whole theory that she doesn't know it, but she might be more into girls than she is into guys. But we need more information. We need more intel. Okay, so next episode is a feel. Oh wait, there's still so much more in this episode. Right, there's the whole flashing scene. Okay, so she's looking at him. Yeah, he's very intently watching. Conceptual, not direct. Right. No, I think that will work just fine. Yeah. It's not the act itself, it's the taboo. Really considerably exciting. It seems to have worked, and it considerably pisses me off. Oh yeah. Alright, so then we run into Sugawara, and she says, "You know who else is weird? Norimoto-kun." Oh wait. And then when we're talking, she's thinking about that, and I saw the same things, and we spoke the same words, just as the two of them have, and so she freaks out a little bit again. I cannot return to the way I was. And then we get this freaking moment when he finds the thing and... Oh! Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Like, this is by far my favorite couple in the show, and, like, I love them so much. They're so cute and awkward. But they're actually making progress, and it's, like, very clear that they both like each other, and there's no fucking around with this one. This one's straightforward. There's no indirect sexuality. There's no triangles. There's no squares. There's no nothing. It's just, I like you because you got that something that I... All right, I'm done. They just like each other, and that's perfect. That's one thing, one element that's necessary. And it doesn't always end up that way, and you're not always that lucky, but they are. So good. Good, and I love it. All right, another solid episode of Araburu. I don't know what else I would have expected, but this was another solid episode of Araburu. Lots of stuff going on. Really want to figure this triangle thing out. Really want more time spent with Pseudo-san to figure that one out. And I want to see an awkward first date between Amagi and Sonozaki. Those are my wants. Those are my desires. I hope it will deliver. We'll see. In any case, that's about time to wrap up. So I've been Teeaboo. This has been Araburu, episode 5. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one. Peace.